Welcome to another episode of Sunday Gist with Olajay. And all right, before we go into today's discussion, I'd like to discuss some things with you also. We noticed that many of our viewers are not subscribers, and it's not fair. Even as you are viewing, please let's subscribe and share with friends. Comment, drop your comment, and this is how you encourage us to do more. Please and please. All right. So today's discussion we'll be talking about trauma, and today's discussion is going to be having two parts. We're going to be talking about a preamble today, and then continue next week with our guest. But I'll just be giving you what does trauma means, and I'll be sharing you an experience, and then by next week our guest is going to be doing more on it. All right, what do I call trauma? What do I mean by trauma? A lot of when they say that I'm traumatized, they think it is a negative word, and they be like, don't be negative. But I tell you that trauma does not mean negativity. It's not negativity. So I am saying that trauma is an experience that overwhelms someone to not to lose interest in things. It just makes you to just be alone. And but I tell you that if you are in this state of trauma, don't get yourself isolated. Let me share an experience. Sometimes ago when I was in secondary school, and I used to be a loving person. I used to have friends, and they got to a point of time at a time whereby I was just like I just lost interest in people. I don't even want to have friends and stuff like. But those periods, it's got to me that okay, there was an experience that happened that made me to just lose cut ties with friends. But after then, I now realized that I used to be alone, sit down alone, then start overthinking. And the time I realized that this thing is getting a hold of me was when I was like, and I began to sit down and be thinking about some things that are not reasonable. Imagine while sitting down and just seeing someone pass, and I was just like, oh, I can create you, man. You know, that was one of my overthinking days. But at the point when I realized that this thing is toying with my emotion, toying with my mentals, I have to see someone. So what am I trying to say next is that when you are in a state of trauma, get someone to talk to. Don't isolate yourself. Be friendly and be loving. Have fun. Don't worry, we're going to be doing more next week. See you again on Sunday, J. Same time, same venue, and catch you.